What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel for today's Raptors NBA playoffs watch-along. Game 2 in Cleveland. Looking to respond after a tough second half of Game 1. Raptors looked pretty competitive in the first half. Things fell apart in the second half. Raptors could not figure out how to get stops. Harden and Donovan Mitchell torched them. Evan Mobley had a healthy amount of points. Raptors offense went cold. Brandon Ingram just didn't get the ball at all. Raptors were not getting him the ball. Were not getting him involved. And it all culminated into a pretty resounding loss in the end. Raptors made it look better for the box score. Lost by 13, but felt like a game that they lost by like 20 points. So, tough one, but hey, it's one game. You lose by 20. You lose by 13. You lose by 1. It's a loss. You got to respond and try and win Game 2. That's what the Raptors are going to be looking to do today in this one. Once again, without Emmanuel Quickley, unfortunately. That is a big loss for these two games. Raptors enter this game as 9.5-point underdogs after entering last game as 8.5-point underdogs. And after getting beat up the way they did, it does kind of make sense. So a lot of work that needs to go in to try and reverse this, but let's see if the Raptors can do it. I am hopeful. I'm not expecting, but I am hopeful the Raptors can pull this one out of the bag. And hey, man, you take 1 out of 2 in Cleveland. I don't know. You make them a little nervous, man. You go home with home court advantage. It's a decent feeling to have. So let's see what the Raptors can do here. Again, I'm hopeful. Let's see what happens. Thank you for joining me in the chat. Appreciate it. Noted in the chat that the photo of me for the thumbnail looks nothing like I do now. So I won't use that photo anymore. I was like pretty clean shaved in that photo, but it's an older photo. I don't know. I don't have a ton of photos of me in Raptors gear, so I just used that one, and I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would cause the stir that it did. So I shan't be using that one again, but don't worry, guys. I still have most of the beard. I actually haven't trimmed it in a while, so fear not. The beard is still here, and it is here to stay. I can't remember the last time I was clean shaved. Maybe like 2022. No, 2022 for like a Halloween costume, even earlier. Maybe 2021. I don't know. It's been a while. So I don't plan on going back. I don't plan on being clean shaved again. Anyways, guys, hopefully Emmanuel Quickley is back for Game 3. The reality is he is not available for this game, though, so we will have to soldier on without him. Curious to see, and this is rare playoff series are won. Curious to see how they adjust. This is how playoff series are won. You make adjustments. You figure the other team out. Let's see if the Raptors were able to do it. Starting 5 is going to be the same. Jamal Shed starting in place of Emmanuel Quickley. It'll be RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. Of course, it's going to be the same starting 5 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not sure where the Raptors are going to go with this. If the stream's lagging, just refresh, because it's on my end right now. No indication there's any issues, and I'm looking at it. There's no issues, so if it's lagging, just refresh. I don't know how they're going to strategize defensively here, because a lot of the matchups they threw at Harden just were not clicking at all. I think you just have to. Someone's got to get ignored. I think you got to find a way to ignore probably Evan Mobley a little bit and just kind of live with it. But you cannot you cannot get torched. You cannot get beaten by Donovan Mitchell and James Harden like you did in the last game. I want to see a little bit more CMB on Jared Allen. I think you got to live with like RJ Barrett or Brandon Ingram on Evan Mobley. Then the other one on Dean Wade. And then I think you got to go some combination of Scotty Barnes and a lot of Jacoby Walter on Harden and Mitchell. I think that's just the way you have to go with this one. Shed just doesn't really have the size here. So there wasn't really a lot you could do there. I mean, CMB is big because if you put him on Jared Allen, you could switch. I think even like Scotty Barnes and Harden makes sense because you can switch everything. You could switch everything. If it's CMB, you can switch Barnes onto Allen. CMB can switch onto Harden. If it's I mean whoever. If it's even RJ Barrett and Mobley, they want to run a screen there. You can live with that switch. RJ was guarding Harden in game 1. Not super well. Not RJ's fault. RJ's not, well, kind of his fault, but like, he shouldn't have to defend James Harden. But I think CMB is important to be able to switch. Pirtle, I just think is going to get targeted at the start here. Anyways. How I would strategize, I'd probably go Barnes on Harden and Walter on Mitchell. And I think you're setting yourself up a little bit better in those positions there. That would be the way I go about it. Thank you to people joining me in the chat. Give me your thoughts on this one here. About to get the game started, so I'll try to get through as much of the chat as possible. F is cool here. Shavai Sharma, FTC Clip, Ali, Adam H, 905, Yada, one of our 3-year members. Thank you, 905 Yada, for joining us. We have Phoenix, once again, Pickleball Pat, Crazy, and 20. Steve Stevens. Appreciate you guys. My dog is whining. I'm going to go check on my... Give me 1 sec. My dog's whining somewhere. My dog is a staircase to get on the bed. Because she likes going on the bed. She has, in the last week, become scared of going down the staircase. So up the staircase is fine. But then she gets up there and stuck because she's scared to go down the staircase. So I have to help her down the stairs. So I shoved her down the stairs and closed the door. So she wouldn't do it. Because that's the second time in the last 20 minutes. Anyways, back into the chat. Les Pearl. I mean, people question you about starting Pearl. I think you could strongly make a case. Pearl shouldn't start in this series. Yeah. Definitely a strong case there. You're just making it harder on yourself. Absolutely. You're just making it harder on yourself. Got to get BI more shots. Yeah, I sent it into the Discord after the game. If I'd seen this while I was live, I would have lost it. So last game, after the game, Brandon Ingram, who has like taken his little jabs at coaching and the way kind of the offense is run through the season, and he had a big one after this one here. He took one shot in the second half. I didn't realize it was that bad, actually. And then he said, well, coach wanted to use me as a screener. Also, he noticed that my man wasn't coming off me, so he wanted me outside of the action and being a receiver. At the end of the day, me shooting 9 shots is not going to win basketball games. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be to use Brandon Ingram as a screener? What the fuck did you trade for him for? Using him as a screener? Get him the fucking ball. Run a play to get him the damn ball. I mean, the Cavs were cutting him off. Yes, your job as a coach is to get the guy the fucking ball. It's crazy. Using him as a screener? This is what he did to Siakam when he was here. Like, it's just such a mismanagement of talent there. Like, Ingram fucking cooked the Cavs in the first half. They have nobody who can guard him. And use him as a screener. Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of fucking idiot would trot a team out and say, yeah, B.I., you're a screener. You're a decoy. We're going to use you to get space for the guys. No! Get him the ball. Use his gravity to get other guys open. It's not rocket science here. That's your top guy. You got this guy to get the damn ball in these moments. And you use him as a screener? Very big indictment against Dark Rajakovic's coaching acumen. That one there. Good Lord. My dog, she's still young. She's over 3. She's used the staircase effectively for like over 2 years now. I don't know why all of a sudden she just decides she does not want to go down. But also, don't go up then, because nobody's there to get you down. Yeah, Pirtle's plus minus was fine in game one. Plus minus is not everything. I mean, I saw what I saw in game one. I did see the Jordi Fernandez extension today. When I saw the Jordi Fernandez graphic, I just saw the graphic. I was like, oh, thinking like he was like leaving the team or something. And then I saw signing extension, and I audibly sighed. I was like, damn, I thought we had a chance to rectify this. Anyways, guys, let's do this. Game 2 underway. Not much of a warning from me, but here we go. Game 2. I'll get the scoreboard up here. I should have been ready, but I'm not. First play of the game, Jared Allen going at Pirtle. Finishing. Pirtle played okay there. Defense was okay there. BI in mid-range. Does not go. Pirtle offensive rebound. And then stripped. Well, good news is offensive rebound. We only had, I think, one of those in game 1. Already one here today. As Allen finishes inside again. Not a good start. Barnes. As Wade fouls Ingram. Look, they literally can't stop fouling when they're guarding him. Come on, man. Ingram will inbound. Gets the ball to Shed. Shed to Barnes for 3. In and out. Very good from 3 in game 1. Starts off with a miss there. Harden. Backing down Shed. Shed guarding him on this possession. Though it was a bit transition. Harden turns and hits in mid-range. 6-0 Cavs. Not the start we were looking to have here. RJ. With Mitchell defending. Out to Barnes. Gets to switch. Finds some room. Gotta shoot that. Kicks out to Shed for 3. Shed continues his great form from deep. This is on TSN today, Phoenix. Donovan Mitchell up with the right. Does not go. Pirtle could not handle the rebound. Then fouls Mitchell for the and one. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, Yak. Stop the damage now. Stop the damage now. Stop the damage now. Make your sub. Mitchell way too long in the free throw. Ingram comes in to wrestle the rebound away. Ingram attacking Mitchell. He's fouled again. And it was a wide open made 3 by Shed, which does not count after the call. Pirtle. Wow, great feed inside for Barrett. That's better. The Raptors go small. No, you can't go small. You got to have size. You got to rebound. You got to be able to play the defense there. Harden on the run. Buddy, what did we fucking do? What did we do yesterday to prepare for this game? There's nothing that I've seen in the first 2.5 minutes that indicates any changes were made to the system and strategy. Like they are doing the exact same things that got us 2 days ago. As Raptors turn it over. Call a timeout. Please. I don't even know. What is calling a timeout going to do? I haven't seen any sliver of evidence that we have done anything to adjust to this game. What are we doing differently today? Harden's coming off the screen. He's finding tons of room again. He turns it over there. But RJ's guarding him. He comes off the screen. He's got tons of room to make a decision. let me know if I'm not seeing something here. And I know we're early, but worrying signs early on that end of the floor. Ingram mid-range doesn't go. Pirtle wrestles down the rebound. Much better. Okay. 2 offensive rebounds for the Raptors. That's, I don't think they had, I definitely don't think they had more than 2 in game 1. So at least there's an improvement. I think Yakasur. According to Jakob Pirtle himself, he is healthy. He is. I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he definitely said he was healthy. I don't know if he said he was 100%. Mitchell, free throw line, Jay, at the buzzer. Damn, that's going in. All right. 12-7. I'll settle down. I need to settle down. It's a long game. It's a long game. Ingram, Harden defending. Go at him, B.I. B.I. reverse layup. Unlucky. Wade on the rebound. Mitchell to Harden now as the Cavs in transition. Harden step back 3. Off the mark. Rebound to Pirtle. Shed to Barnes, and that's a bad pass. Stolen away by the Cavs. Raptors cannot be as turnover heavy as they were in game 1. Possession battle is big as RJ fouls Harden. So again, I've yet to see adjustments taking place. Let me know if you're seeing something I'm not. Looks quite similar to game 1 as Jacoby Walter enters the game. Walter's guarding Merrill. I mean, it is an inbound possession to be fair, but I wonder if they will continue to go that way. Don't waste Walter on Merrill. Meanwhile, Mitchell going at RJ here. Missing the layup. Pirtle again on the glass. So he's efficient on the glass. He had the 1 lapse, but he's efficient on the glass here. An offensive foul called against, is it Pirtle there? I think so. So no basket. Harden coming over half court. Pass off to Jared Allen. Spinning. Layup doesn't go. Rebound to Ingram. Pirtle doing well defensively there. And then Ingram turns it over again. Oh, God. Seven points in the first 5 minutes for the Raptors. Mitchell step back, sidestep 3, and hits it over top of RJ. Gotta be tighter. I mean, you gotta be tighter. He's gonna kill you all night. You guard him like that. That's open for him. You need to take that. You need to take that look away. I think it's a short replay here. RJ's nowhere near him, dude. RJ's nowhere near that. Why is RJ Barrett guarding Donovan Mitchell, dude? Is that the matchup we want? Come on. Am I wrong? Is it not Jacoby Walter who should be doing this? Earlier in the season, the most recent game against the Cavs, I swear Jacoby guarded him a lot and did well. Yeah. You have options here. It's like, Harden's a tough guard. You know, that's tough for anybody. But Mitchell, we got guys who can do something there. We're not going to nullify him. We're not going to stop him. But we're going to make his life harder. I don't think RJ Barrett's making his life hard. I think he sees RJ Barrett and he's thinking, give me the ball. I'm going to work. Like, you know this guy's proficiency from 3. You cannot give him that space, RJ. Frustrating, just frustrating to see easy fixes, especially when you have had this time to prepare for the second game against this team. This is game 2. They've shown you a lot of their hand. Now you adjust. We have not adjusted. Still early. I don't know what they're going to talk about in the timeout that they couldn't have talked about for the last 36 hours or whatever. 36 plus. Maybe more? Maybe 48? Whatever. A lot of time to have talked through and game plan for these sorts of things. Now, it doesn't help that we're sloppy on offense. We've turned the ball over, I would say 3 times. How many is it? At least. It's 5 times. Raptors have turned the ball over 5 times. 5 turnovers in the first 5 minutes. Now, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. Positive spin. Pirtle's got 2 offensive rebounds. That's as many as we had in the entirety of Game 1, I think. Or at least close to that. Possession battle's big. Sloppy possessions. Giving away easy looks to their top guys. Not going to cut it. Come on. Got to step up. It hasn't seemed to me like there's any sort of lack of discipline defensively. They were really engaged in the first half of Game 1, not necessarily as much Game 2. But I don't see like a breakdown. I don't see a player not doing their job. That's not something that I'm noticing here. So 2 turnovers, Pirtle, 2 offensive rebounds. He's had a few mistakes. He's had some moments, but I'm not sure if he's going to be what's best for us in this series. Get Colin Murray-Boyles in. And Colin Murray-Boyles is checking in here. All right, settle down. Let's see what they've tried to work on in the timeout to rectify this and get back on track a little bit. Ingram, Walter, Barrett are on, and when the camera pans, I'll see who CMB is joined by. It's Mamu on the floor early, so lots of subs early as Raptors looking to change things. RJ missing the layup. Mamu can't tip it in. Here come the Cavs. Merrill met by CMB. Pass off to Harden. Stolen by Mamu. Walter. Pass to CMB, and it's a poor pass. It's turned over. It's got to be 2 there. That's 2 points right there. Walter just makes a clean pass. It's 2 points. Come on, dude. Harden gets a switch on to Ingram. An offensive foul call against Harden. So another turnover there. All right, Ingram doing the disrupting work. 6:10 to go in the first. Six turnovers by the Raptors, by the way, in 6 minutes here. We're on pace for 48 turnovers, which we won't get 48, but we've got a lot already. And that should have been a point of emphasis to not do. Ingram gets the switch to Merrill. He's going to go to work. Getting to the rim, swatted by Allen. In the hands of Barrett to Mamu for 3, and it makes up. 3 better than 2 anyways. We'll take it. Mamu knocking down the 3 for Toronto. .535 to go in the first. CMB guarding Harden for now. RJ stuck on Allen on the switch. Switch to Ingram now. Harden driving through traffic. How the hell did he score that? How on earth have they not stopped that? Whew. Mamu to CMB. Going at Jared Allen. Wow, strong. Cannot finish, though. Jesus, we've got a few of these looks go. We got a few of these pretty easy looks, man. Merrill to Allen. Too easy. Again. Too easy again. Mamu in the corner. Walter. Got to shoot. Off on the 3. Rebound Allen. 19-10 for Cleveland. Harden defended by Barrett. Swings in the corner, Merrill. Sidestep on the three. Off the mark, Walter with the rebound. Zings it forward to Mamukelashvili. CMB just inside the free throw line. Connects with the left. Timeout, Cleveland. 19-12. Raptors inefficient with their offense right now. They've had looks that have gone begging. Defense seems to be making it a bit harder here. But when Harden gets in the pick and roll, we are devoid of ideas on how to stop it for the time being. How many turnovers? We have 6. At least 6. I don't think we got a 7th there. I'll double check. 5 turnovers. Oh, I don't think it's 5. Unless there was one there they didn't count. It looked like Walter to me had turned one over there, but I don't think they've counted that one. They have not. Okay, well, it's officially 5. I thought they had a 6 there. Raptors right now shooting just 33%. 5 of 15 so far. They've not been efficient with their opportunities. Cavaliers shooting 64% at the moment. So we are going to have to do better than that. BI, probably a point of emphasis from the Raptors pre-game to get Ingram going. He's had some looks, but he's 0 of 4. Damn. Hopefully get Ingram going. I don't see how you can win without that. Not a great start. Not a great start. Not a start that after, getting your ass handed to you in the second half of game 1, not a start that inspires a lot of confidence for the rest of the game, Had to record game 1 and watch later. RJ's second half offense was actually quite good. The defense was not good throughout, particularly for first half he struggled. Again, I'll say in defense of RJ, in defense of him, he's a bad defender and shouldn't be guarding James Harden, but he is. So, probably shouldn't have him to guard Harden, but RJ should also probably be a better defender than he is. But I don't need... Listen. I don't think they're going to... I never thought they were going to win this game. I would have liked a little bit more competitiveness early here. It's a long game to go. They can adjust. But after being so humbled in game 1, and now this start, it's not exactly inspiring confidence. The idea is Scottie can help with Harden drives. I suppose you let Scottie play like the help 4, but needs must here. You're dealing with James Harden here. I get the idea of Barnes being the help, and he can recover from that, but you also need to stop James Harden. Let's see how we go here. So Barnes guarding Mitchell. CMB guarding Mobley here. Ingram is on Schroeder. Here is Mobley. Double comes. Kicks out to Strus. Had a big game 1 and knocks down a tough 3 to start his game 2. 10-point game. Strus, very streaky shooter, but the indication is he's hot in this series. Long rebound off the Raptors miss to Mobley. Now Merrill. To Strus. Stolen by Shed. Good defense. Barnes in transition. Pass down low to Murray Boyles. Excellent feed by Barnes and a good finish by Murray Boyles. 22-14. Strus for three. He's way off the mark. It's an air ball. He wanted a foul. Does not get the call. More Cavs fans in the shirts today. More Cavs fans in the building today, it looks like, as well. But still not a ton of it. It's more, but it's not a ton in the shirt. You got to wear the shirt. You see the Spurs crowd? How crazy was that? That's a crowd, man. Everyone's in the shirts. It looks sick. Adds to the atmosphere. I think it really connects the crowd and enhances the atmosphere. I think it's a big deal. I did see the Raptors won the draw today. The draw tiebreaker, which has afforded them the 19th overall pick in the draft rather than the 20th overall pick. I believe we have pick number 19 and number 50 this year. We'll see what we can do with that. Mitchell to Strus, splitting a couple defenders. Off to Mobley in the dunker spot. It's another 2 for the Cavs. BI struggling on defense at the moment. Agreed. Lumpy Rex. Ingram loses it again, but it's off the Cavs. It's a Raptors ball. Struggling to get BI involved positively here. Raptors go into AJ Lawson in the first quarter here, looking for something. AJ Lawson solid in his small amount of minutes in game one. Walter for three, bang. Needed that. 7-point game. Schroeder over half court now. Switch on to Walter. Schroeder off to Mobley in the dunker spot. Another finish there. 2 possessions in a row, guys. I mean, they do like to go to Mobley in the dunker spot. Can't be that easy. Help defense comes. Dunker spot. Easy too. Can't be that easy. Walter for three again. This one's no good. Mobley pulls down the miss. Mobley, Murray Boyle struggling to compete on the glass. Just outsized by Mobley. Merrill. Down low to Mobley. Oh, it's stolen by CMB. Good defense by the Rook. Lawson in transition. Draws the foul. And he is going to head to the line. Is BI going to blame the coach again? I mean, not today. I don't know. The Raptors did not do a good enough job in the second half of game one of getting Ingram involved. I think he was well within his rights to complain about how that game was strategized around him. I think he was more than within his right to discuss that. He's got to shoot more. 9 shots, 1 shot in the second half, that's not enough. And if the coach is tasking you with being a screener, it's not really as if he's not getting the ball. He's not demanding the ball or whatever. You know? He's been told to do a job. 26-19. Feels like this game could be a lot worse than it is. Raptors kind of hanging in there. Schroeder driving, stolen nearly by Walter. Schroeder gets it back. Finds Strus. Now Mobley back to Strus for three. Way off. Shed on the rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Raptors. How will they play it? 40 seconds on the game clock. High pass into Barnes. He's got the mismatch with Merrill. Back out to Shed. Hesitated, but still found Lawson for three. Off the mark. Mobley has it. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 6.5 seconds. Mitchell. Tough three over Shed, who stuck with him pretty well there. It's no good. Raptors 10 seconds to work with. Down to 5. Barnes. Going at Schroeder. In the corner, Murray Boyles. Corner 3 is up. It's no good. And the Raptors finish the quarter down by 7, only managing the mere 19 points here. Not great. You watch the panel that torched him for it, saying All-Star should demand the ball. I'm not going to disagree. However, if your job is to do something else, don't know, like, you know, how much Ingram was embellishing or what. But if he is right and he was in there to be used as a screener and to stay in the corner to create more space on the inside, that was terrible mismanagement from the coaching staff. And Ingram shouldn't have to defy the strategy of the coach in order to get the ball. Anyways, not a good first quarter. The good news is it could be a lot worse than it is. The Raptors are only down by 7. Ingram has struggled here. Definitely we're looking to get him going after that non-existent second half of game 1. And he's 0-4. He's got 2 turnovers. He's been very sloppy on the ball and hasn't got it going yet. Scotty Barnes, not seeing much involvement there either. Pirtle had some good and some bad in his minutes. Shed, decent. He's okay. Mamu came in, hit a 3. Murray Boyles has been involved. Walters hit a 3. That's been okay, but early on in the game, we kind of got blitzed early. Still not enough answers for Mitchell and Harden. And then otherwise, been not fantastic from the Cavs either. But Toronto's shooting 33%. That's just not going to cut it. Cavaliers shooting 60%. 4 offensive rebounds is decent for the Raptors first quarter. Turnover battle is going to be big. Or possession battle is going to be big. But 7 first quarter turnovers, not great on our part for that. But again, not playing well, but only down by 7. It could get a whole lot worse quickly, so the Raptors need to lock in early here. Man, I do wonder if we are utilizing RJ Barrett correctly here on defense. I feel like we are asking too much of him right now. We're trying to get RJ to be what he is not out here. And I'm not convinced it is the right way forward. Scotty shouldn't have passed the CMB. Should have scored. It's the right pass. It's the right read. Shouldn't Scotty be on Harden? That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. Anyways, we're back in it. Tyson's in the game for the first time. Barnes shoots over top of him and gets his first bucket of the game. Schroeder misses the layup. That's somebody still getting cooked by Schroeder. I disagree. I don't think Schroeder's doing the damage. Walter, corner 3, gets the fortunate bounce. And amidst the poor start, the Raptors are within 2. It's about points in the end. Raptors hanging in there for now. Mitchell to Schroeder. Kick out to Mitchell, and just not enough discipline there, man. You know the danger man is. Come on, dude. No one accounting for Donovan Mitchell in rotation. Barnes, long 2. That's not helpful. A long 2 over a defender. That is not helpful. Pass inside for Tyson. Kicks out to Mitchell. Barnes defending him here. Back down low to Tyson. Double comes. Walter with the disruptive touch. Out of bounds for a Cleveland ball. Schroeder in for Merrill. Boss, what the fuck are we doing out here? How is it that easy for this team, dude? Walter Scott lost off the ball there. That's so poor. And then fouled him as well. That's so poor. That's so poor. Come on, man. Raptors had it within 2 briefly. Merrill misses, and it stays at a 7-point game. Still with them. Still hanging in there. Despite not looking the best. Barrett to Walter. Now Barnes for 3. And he drills it over top of Mobley. 3-ball working for him in this series so far. 4-point game. Mitchell over top of Mamu. Another made 3. Like, you know it's coming. Like, you got to blitz off the screen. He can't get that shot off. It can't come off clean like that. Mamu's got to blitz that. He's not getting past you at that angle. He's coming around through the wing. There's no space. You got to blitz there. You got to be ready to absolutely blitz that off the screen. Walter's got to fight over that better, too. Walter cannot go under. If he does, Mamu's got to blitz. Pass inside for Mobley again. Just too easy. RJ's just on his own there. He's trying to cut off the pass. Nobody on the other end. Barrett leaves it too easy. Pass deflected. Eventually to Lawson. Missing the layup. Mitchell driving at Mamu. Tough kick out to Schroeder. Wow, that's a ridiculous pass. Misses, but it's tipped in by Mobley. Got to box out. You don't have the size, so you got to box out on Mobley. No box out, easy tip in. And the 2-point game is all of a sudden a 9-point game. That pass by Mitchell was utterly ridiculous. But still, the 3 goes up by Schroeder, and we're just so out of position there. Mobley doesn't even have to really box out. He's just standing there. You see the replay? He's not even boxing out. He just stands there and tips it in. I hate to be so negative, but it's just so frustrating that this is game 2, and there's all these mistakes that are piling up. And you had all this time to make these adjustments and work on this. And it appears as though nothing's been done. That's why I'm pissed off here. You had your opportunities to chat this over, to look at tape, to assess game 1. And there's little evidence of much having been changed here. So that's where some frustrations. That's where some frustrations are lying. Like, just what do we do here? Also, like, how on earth has Darko decided that the best use of his rotation is for CMB and Pirtle to be off the floor at the same time? Like, you're already undersized, and now the 2 guys that you need the most for your ability to compete with opposition bigs are on the bench together. Like, Mamu and Barnes are in, sure, but I don't think CMB and Pirtle should both be out at the same time. I would say game 1, the Cavs had to work for what they got. They played well. I give them credit. Not to say I'm not going to give them credit for how they played here. Today feels a lot more like Cavs are just in autopilot, doing their thing. And it's coming. It's going their way, you know. I don't feel like the Cavs are doing. Not that they're not playing well. I don't think the Cavs are having to do much here to be worth this 9-point advantage. They're trudging along as normal. So another timeout for the Raptors to try and sort this out. In the end, still again hunting. Only down by 9, but need to kick into gear at some point, or this game can get away from you. Anyways, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be live for Game 3 on Thursday. I'll have a video coming out tomorrow to discuss this game, or the first 2 games of the series and where the Raptors stand. Hopefully we are chatting about a Raptors win here, but not looking likely with the way they've started. The gap between Harden and Gramegna is insane. It really is. It really is. Reminder, we don't have quickly today. That's a problem for the Raptors offense. We're missing out on the points, the efficiency, the spacing, the passing. But defensively, I mean, we're making mistakes that I don't think it matters if quickly is in or not. 22-12 in the paint right now. Jeez. RJ fouled underneath the rim. Fouled by Keon Ellis. Ten-point game. See what RJ can do here. Wait, 28. I thought we had 29. Did we get a point taken away? RJ first free throw's good. Did we get a point taken away? Am I tripping? I swear it was 38-29. RJ makes both free throws, and it's an 8-point game. Seeing an ad for the miniature wife. Now that's straight trash. I talk a lot of shit about television today, but good grief. That being a show, who the fuck greenlit that? Missed by the Cavs. Other way. Transition look. Ingram misses at the rim. Buddy Ingram, this is not helping your case after your discussions in the post-game press conference. Tyson, corner 3. In and out. Barrett rebound. It's a foul. That's a foul. Nothing called. Mamu, quick 3 other side. Doesn't go. CMB offensive rebound. Back out the shed. Ingram trying to go to work again. Opposite wing to Mamu, who drives at Mobley. With the left. Off balance. Bang. Gets it to go. Other side. Tyson, corner 3. Ellis. Missed rotation, but he doesn't punish. Raptors still in the game here, man. 6-point game somehow. Ingram double comes. Kick out to Shed. Ingram wants it back. Ellis hounding him a little bit. Swear Ingram likes to go to work. Kick out to Mamu. Open look for 3. Doesn't go this time. Tyson on the miss. Here come the Cavs again. Lobbed up to Mobley. Again, just too easy. Just too easy. How many times have they just dumped it off, lobbed it in for Mobley? No resistance. Mamu thrown down other side. Hopefully injects a little bit into the team. 40-34. Ingram switches on to Harden. Now Tyson back to Harden. Switch on to Mamu, sorry. Tyson, pass blocked off by Murray Boyles. RJ other side. And Harden with the block. It's off of Harden. It's out for a Raptors ball. 2v1. I don't know, man. I think you need 2 points there. Come on, RJ. Sloppy stuff. We got to score that possession. Foul by Tyson. Yeah, the Trayce Jackson-Davis trade will really go down as a very bad trade. It's not like disastrous. You gave up a second, but just so silly. Give up a second for a guy that you literally do not use. Provided you no cap benefit either. Just ridiculous. Another turnover by the Raptors. Shed's pass is blocked. Cavaliers other way. Harden. Mamu defending. Step back three. Mamu fouls him. I don't know. It was a bit tight. Did he give him space? Let's see the replay. I don't know. That looks like a foul to me. He flopped, but it's a foul. It is a foul. You got to give him landing area. (41-34) Cleveland here. Should be a tech. I don't know which way you think the tech should be. But there's no tech for that. If you mean flagrant, I don't think that was a flagrant. Harden on his third free throw, 1 of 2 so far, makes the third. Raptors going quickly the other way with Barnes. Deflection by Harden. Pass out to Shed. Pirtle back in the game for the Raptors. Here he is. Hand off to Ingram. Through a screen. Kick out Shed. Wide open look for 3. Does not go. CMB doing the work on the glass and putting it back for 2. Offensive rebounding much better so far tonight for the Raptors. Harden off a screen. Pass to Wade. Wade attacks is fouled. Barnes defending Harden here with no RJ on the floor. I think this is how they should. If Barnes is in, I think he should always be guarding Harden. (42-36). Wade in for Strus. And 5-second violation. Wow. All right. So turnover by the Cavaliers. Raptors chance to use it. They've not been at the races. They've not looked at their best. But they're down by 6 with 5:27 to go in the second. Could be a lot worse. Shed driving. Pass off to Pirtle. Opposite corner, CMB. Way off on the 3. And they are very happy to settle for that, Cleveland. They are very happy to allow CMB to shoot that. His shooting had been okay up until the thumb injury. As Harden through traffic, once again, tough finish. I mean, you're guarding him pretty well there. Barnes fighting through a few Cavaliers players other way and gets those 2 right back. Harden again. Up top, Allen. Tough pass. Saved. And then saved to Barnes. Here he comes. CMB. Through some contact. He's fouled. He's going to head to the line. Strus elected to have blocked him off. Blocking foul. And I think that's shots for CMB. Hey, if he can make this, it's a 4-point game. I mean, Pirtle was off balance. It was probably the right pass to make, but Cavs will take it. Murray Bowles makes the first. CMB looking right at home in the playoffs, man. He was good in game 1. He's looked great so far in game 2. And he makes both free throws there. It's a 4-point game. Low-ish scoring. It kind of feels, feels like a little low-ish scoring. No? 4:27 to go. Allen looking for Harden. Finds Strus instead. Drive. Kick out to Ellis. Extra pass to Wade. Excellent defense, Toronto here. Can they finish the possession? Harden, long 3. Fuck, dude. That's play perfect defense for 23.9 seconds, and then some fuckery goes in like that. The shot making has been crazy. Ingram fouled now by Ellis. I mean, the defense there, the rotation was fantastic. Shed is all over Harden. Up with him on the contest. Barnes in the vicinity, and he just drills the shot. Sometimes you hold your hands up and applaud the shot, because that was some crazy shot making there. Inbound to Pirtle. Handoff Ingram. Loads of room in mid-range. That's what you gotta have that, BI. I'm sorry, man. 0 of 6 now. That's wide open. That's got to go in for you. He's 0 of 6. BI's got 0 points in the first half. Harden for 3 again. Gets the fortunate bounce. And now it's a 10-point game. Darko unhappy about that. I was checking the stats, so I missed what Darko deems to be an offensive foul somewhere. Barnes' pass deflected out by Ellis. So they wanted an offensive foul on Harden. That would have been a bit weak. I don't know. I don't know, man. That didn't look like a blown call on me. Ingram in the corner to RJ. Strus defending. 7 on the shot clock. RJ trying to take him off the dribble, and Dean Wade comes in for the steal. (50-40). Harden looking for a heat check over top of Barrett, and it's an air ball. RJ staying with him that time. Nice pass by Barnes to Pirtle. Misses, but RJ follows in for the putback 2. Raptors, yeah, as Jack Armstrong points out, Raptors closed the first and second quarter really poorly in game 1. Let's see if they can finish this one strongly. Raptors don't get the easy rebound there. 3 Raptors decided to let everyone else get it. No one got it. They still complete the stop. RJ other way going at Harden. Kick out to Barnes for 3. He's made one from here already. Make that 2. Scotty Barnes drills the 3, and it's a 5-point game. Wade, other side for 3, off the mark. Got a rebound. There you go. Barrett boxing out Allen. Here come the Raptors again. Cavaliers, the better team, not putting them to bed. Barrett for a 2-point game does not go. I don't know, man. An early shot clock 3 for Barrett over defender. I think we could get a better shot than that. Other way, Mitchell turns, puts it in for 2. Timeout, Darko. And it looks like he does not want a repeat of game 1. Wants to finish the half strong. Let's see what he can do here. Why RJ shooting a contested 3 early in the shot clock, you know? Shit, don't make no fucking sense there. Your team's got momentum, and you take that. But anyways, only a 7-point game. But it does not feel like the Raptors are in control of their destiny here. Team hates mismatches for some reason. Probably don't exploit it enough. It's also about the playmaking. You look at the Cavs. elite level of playmaker in James Harden. The Raptors don't quite have that. And one of the guys who's supposed to be on the ball a lot making passes is not available today. That's also a guy who spaces the floor. We're feeling the impact of not having Emmanuel quickly, as you'd imagine. As you should imagine. But that doesn't impact the decision-making and where decision-making has been off. And your top guy, your top scorer, has shit the bed so far. BI's 0 of 6. He's getting the shots today, man. You know, like, I think Ingram was in his right to criticize his level of usage in Game 1. But also, if you're going to do that, you got to back it up. And he's not backing it up so far in Game 2. Still another half to get it going, and you know he can get hot. He can be a bit of a microwave scorer, but very poor start on his side, and we've really needed that to be better today. You're missing quickly, team struggling. Needed that sort of safety net, and from a scoring standpoint, he hasn't been there. Despite all that, Raptors are within 7. Chance to trim it a little bit further before the second half. That was a terrible 3 RJ took. I'm aware. The miniature. Buddy, who the fuck is watching this? Who the actual fuck is watching that? Seriously. Of all the bad shows that exist today, that's got to be the worst. Surely. At least you're closing the first half better than last game. Well, we got 152 to hold on to that statement. Let's be ready to see what happens here. Holy, Harden is 16 and Mitchell already is 15. Good grief. Good grief. I mean, I kind of thought they'd have the best player in this series, Donovan Mitchell. Right now, we're letting him have the best 2 players in this series. Okay, 152. Got to go hard here. What sort of mood are you going to be going into the locker room? What have you got in the tank here? Shed to Mamu. They've got Shed, Mamu, Ingram, Barnes, and Barrett. Barnes to the rim, called for the travel. Raptors go in with a smaller lineup for the last 2 minutes here. Again, I just wonder why CMB is not on the floor in a moment like this. Strus. We have Barrett guarding Jared Allen. I mean, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck are we thinking here? Not able to exploit it here. Harden with Barnes defending. Excellent defense. Barnes guarding Harden well there. Other side, corner 3 for Shed. Off the mark. Barrett on the putback. 2 points, Toronto. They got Mobley and Allen, and we're going smaller here. I know Mamu's got some size, but we are at a little bit small right now. Mitchell to Strus. Extra pass in the wing to Harden. Off the mark for 3. Ingram soars in for the rebound. So Raptors get the stops, and they add on the points. They're within 5. Ingram has it deflected away, and it's attested to have gone off of Ingram for a Raptors turnover and another Ingram turnover. Challenge, guys. You think it's a wrong call? Challenge. No? Guess not. Why complain? You could have challenged. No? That would have been a good time to challenge if you thought you were right. Evidently not. Mitchell, step back 3. Off the mark. A loose ball foul called against the Raptors. Why are we fouling? Okay. That looks like it was off Ingram, by the way. That was off Ingram. Literally the correct call. Another turnover by Ingram. Absolute disaster of a half for BI. 3rd turnover. At least 3. I think it's 3. Shot clock coming down. Mitchell Swims through. Dunker spot Mobley. Again, too easy. Credit to Mitchell for the nice feed, but again, too easy for Mobley to find easy twos down there. Shot clock is off. Barnes to Mamu. 6 seconds. Mamu layup is off the mark, but he's fouled. He's going to the line here. Come on, make this. Well, it's just very simple. Like, they're beating guys off the dribble, which is forcing the help defense off of Mobley, and then Mobley's finding the dunker spot, and he's open because that's the help is coming off of him. Ingram subs out. 0 first half points for him. Not good. Obviously not good enough. Mamu misses his second free throw. It's tipped out of bounds for a Cleveland ball. Mamu wants a challenge. Doesn't look like they're going to challenge. Dude, I gotta, like, if I was a coach, I'd fucking drill it into my players' heads. If you fucking ask for a challenge, you best be right. I'll trust you, but you gotta be right. Strus at the buzzer, does not go. Down by 6. Raptors not really playing well at all here, but it's still only down by 6. Well, it certainly could be worse than 6. I'll say that. And in fact, the Raptors played quite well in the first half of Game 1 and were down by more than they are right now. They've hung in there, to their credit. Somehow they've hung in there. Possession battle, kind of a big deal for this series. Raptors so far in this game ahead in the possession battle. So maybe that's playing its part. Looking at the stats here, Raptors, 6 more offensive rebounds. So they're defending their own glass quite well. That was a bit of an issue in Game 1. And they're doing much better in exploiting it on the other end, having to win that. Turnover-wise, that's very poor. 11 turnovers by the Raptors. That's very poor. And fortunately, again, it's the possessions kind of bailing out the Raptors, who are shooting 41% from the field, 5 of 18 from 3. Cavs, 53%, but only 6 of 20 from 3. Free throws much better for the Raptors today as well. Not so good for the Cavs. That was a problem in Game 1 as well. The story for me, Ingram's got 0. Again, I'll say after Game 1, I thought he was well within his right to criticize how he was used in the second half. He was very good in the first half, only got 1 shot in the second half, and according to himself, was being used as a screener. Very big mishandling of his talents, I think, in Game 1. However, they've looked to get him going here in Game 2. They've gotten him good shots, and he's 0 of 6. That's ugly. That's very ugly. 3 turnovers to go with it. He's been very sloppy. Barnes, looks like one of his threes was changed into a 2. So he's 4 of 6, 1 of 2 from 3. He's looked okay. Just, he thrives on attacking the rim. They've got good rim protection. He thrives on his playmaking ability a little bit. There's just a lack of space for him to do that. And, with a lack of being able to penetrate, it's making it hard on him. But I feel the impact a little bit more there. Pirtle, just a lot of bad moments kind of mixed in. Shed has been not so great shooting-wise, 1 of 5 from 3. But, you're having to rely on Jamal Shed for your threes. Not exactly a winning recipe. RJ's done okay attacking the rim. Defensively, I just think we're not using him well. We're putting him in matchups he probably shouldn't be in. Off the bench, Murray Bowles look good. Very good. Happy about that. Mamu's look decent as well. Walters look good. Bench has done pretty well for us here. 25 points off the bench. I mean, that's Or is it 26? Sorry, 26 points off the bench. It's pretty good. 24 points. My math is shoddy right now. Sorry. No, 24 points off the bench. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The Cavs bench, 5 points. Winning that battle. But Mobley in the dunker spot hasn't missed. 6 of 6. Harden is still getting a lot of offense for himself. He's 6 of 11. And Mitchell's been a tough guard for anyone here. I like Harden guarded by Barnes. I'll say it again because when we didn't do this, I didn't like it. I'll say it again. I think you guard this team with Barnes on Harden. Have that in place. Have CMB on Allen. You can switch that pick and roll. You can blitz and pick and roll. Can't give that space there. And if you've got CMB on Allen, you're able to switch the pick and roll sets. Still have a guy like Barrett or Ingram helping off Mobley, but you also got to worry about the dunker spot. How is that going to be impacted? I think you just have to blitz the pick and roll to avoid Harden kind of getting downhill or Mitchell getting down, being able to dump it off to Mobley like that. But I think you make it easier when you can switch heavy and you can blitz, and you're kind of making it harder from the jump by having Scotty Barnes on him. I think we can survive with Walter on Mitchell, even a bit of Shed. It's tough, but I'd rather that than RJ on him or Barnes on him and then having someone not adequate to defend the pick and roll guarding Harden. But Pirtle, we're kind of seeing it minutes-wise here, struggling to see reality where you can keep on playing him big minutes. He's only played 9 minutes. He's played 3 less minutes than CMB. So it's not as if they're not understanding what's going on here. Pirtle's minutes are dropping. 9 of the 24 minutes. On pace for 18 minutes. I could see him getting even less than that with the way things are going here. But you know what? Through all that, we are down by 6. We're somehow only down by 6. It could be a whole lot worse than this. If some threes start to fall for Cleveland a little bit more, that could change, but they aren't. So here we are. We're down by 6. We're still in this game. If the Raptors can go on a run here, if they can get Ingram going, maybe they got a prayer in this game. But again, only down by 6. The job for the Raptors really is to hang around and see if you can get over the line in the fourth quarter. And so far on the march to potentially doing that here today. Okay. I am going to take a 2-minute break to get some water, go to the bathroom. When I come back, we will have the second half of action. Hopefully, Raptors can get their ship back on course and put together a good second half, potentially steal this one in Cleveland. While I'm gone, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will be right back. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Second half should be getting started soon. We'll see where we go. Trace Jack Davis not playing. I'm letting you guys. Yeah, the guy that got DNP, CD every game in the regular season is all of a sudden not in rotation for the playoffs. I promise you he's not playing. That's not going to happen. As for like lineup adjustments, I don't know. I think the distribution of minutes has been pretty good. Pirtle has the second lowest amount of minutes. You guys wanted less Pirtle. You're getting less Pirtle. He's not going to play no minutes. Bench has been pretty good today. Decision making on offense could improve. Like Barnes is settling for shots he shouldn't be sometimes. Ingram is 0 of 6. We're only down by 6. Again, we played well in game 1 first half. We were down by 7. We played like shit here, and we're only down by 6. So we'll try to move with that. I should do the door shot. Before the second half, let's do the door shot. I made it last time. Let's see if I can run it back. Run it back. For game 2. Come on. Damn. No arc. Needed more arc. That one is bad. Okay, I mean, if that's not going in, we're going to pack it up because that was bad balance. All right, well, sorry, guys. I made it game 1, we lost. So maybe I missed game 2, we win. Or maybe it doesn't matter. It doesn't have any impact on the Raptors. But tough one there. Tough one there. Okay. Let's bounce back. Get that. Figure out the backline help against Mobley. Figure out the Harden pick and roll a little bit better. Hopefully Barnes is a little bit more aggressive with his touches. Hopefully BI can score a point or more. That'd be good. Let's see. Anybody here attending game 3 or 4 in Toronto? I will not be. I will be streaming right here for game 3 on Thursday. Friday, I am out of town. I'm in Ottawa. I will not be available for the watch along. I will be looking, of course, I'll be watching the game, but I will not be available for the stream. I apologize. I have pre-existing plans that unfortunately collided here with the Raptors. The Raptors, in the last 10, 15 or so years, have not been ones to just sit on bad contracts like the Pirtle one. I mean, at this point, I don't know, man. I can't see a reality where the Pirtle contract doesn't age as one of the worst contracts in the NBA. Like, Like, he's borderline unplayable in this series. And, if your idea with this expensive team is to be a playoff team, I don't know, man. It might just be the sooner the better with that one. I don't know. But, again, last 15 years, the Raptors haven't been content to just sit on these bad contracts. They're usually pretty aggressive in getting off of them. They tried pretty hard to get off the Pirtle contract at the trade deadline. For now, you're right. The contract isn't like egregious money. Right now, he's making $19.5 million. Next year, he'll be making $19.5 million. Then, of course, it kicks up to like 27, 28. And the final year is only $5 million guaranteed. But I think the Raptors will be buyers and will try to be better next year and try to improve their team. If they're going to do that, I don't know. May just have to move on from Pirtle. CMB is very good. I just don't think he can be your everyday center with such a lack of size there, Thoughts on some battle minutes? I don't think it solves anything. Your ninth guy in rotations, AJ Lawson. If Battle was going to play, he'd have that role. I'd rather have AJ Lawson do it. So it's going to be AJ Lawson. So BI 0 first half points. I'm sure, by the way, guys, I am very sure Brandon is aware of how many points he has and will be looking to rectify that. Let's see if he can get some shots to fall. Let's see what the Raptors have cooked up in the locker room. They were absolutely blitzed at the start of the second half 2 days ago. Let's see if they have found a way to be better here. BI looks locked in. Let's see if it works. See if they got something. They have somebody gave him. They hopefully gave him Mike's secret stuff, man. Let's see what they've cooked up. Inbound by the Raptors. Away we go for the second half. RJ to Ingram. Now CMB down low. Good play out of this at the start. And CMB is heading to the line. And by the way, CMB is in the game, which means somebody had to come out. So it took a game and a half to remove Pirtle with the starters. I wonder if game 3, you just do that from the start of the game. Right? Raptors within 5 after the first make there. So I think as the more we go in the series, the more we'll be seeing CMB, and we're already at that point in game 2. So at least Darko's willing to make that call. Let's see if he can make these free throws. He misses the second. But it's a 5-point game here. Yeah, you lost game 1 in the start of the third. Half a quarter lost you the entire game, pretty much, or put it out of reach at least. Mitchell to Dean Wade, up fake, kick out to Mitchell. Who missed that? Missed a 3, missed rotation though, alarming. And then Barnes throws away. What is that pass, dude? Mitchell, what the fuck? Where is Scotty Barnes passing that? You're in transition. Like, be aggressive instead of that. What is that? Here he is being aggressive. Missing the layup, though. I mean, with a purpose, too. Cannot just be... not just performative, just throw it up from your waist for the sake of it. That was bad. That was a couple bad possessions by Scotty. Yeah, Mitchell's very good. Harden to Wade. And a foul called against Shed. Allen fouled by Barrett. Good foul. That was 2 points right there. Good foul. Jane Osha, the starting point guard. Well, Quickly is injured. So that is what it is. When your starter's injured, a backup has to start. Allen to Harden for 3. Too much space. And 10-point game. RJ, poor pass, stolen by Wade. Harden for 3. Doesn't go. Barnes trying to fight for the rebound. Secures it. Out to Shed for the corner for the 3. Just above the break. Doesn't go. Foul against Barrett on the loose ball. Cavs ball again. I mean, why are we racking up fouls? Yeah, miscommunication. Harden's wide open for 3. Punished. Punished. Mitchell on it again. Long 2 is good. 61-49, and I'm getting flashbacks to game 1 here. Turnovers, defensive lapses, and incredible shot making from the Cavs put that game away early in the third. And it is trending in that direction right now. So another turnover by the Raptors to try to sort that out. Let's see what they can do. The higher payroll is on display. I don't know if you know this about the Raptors, but this is not a cheaply assembled roster. This is very, very expensive. Barnes on a max. Ingram's on a near max. RJ's making mid to high 20s. Pirtle's on 20. Quickly was unavailable on 32. It's not a cheap roster here. If the game continues like this, I'll say we got to pray Quickly's back for game 3. Home game goes different, hopefully, but, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of game left here, but it's not trending in the right direction. We got our shit rocked in games 1 and 2 4 years ago. Lost game 3 in a super tight one, then won game 4 and 5. So, it's not as if you can't get Quickly back and bounce back in game 3, but you don't want to put yourself in that hole. We'll worry about game 3 in game 3. We got game 2 to worry about here. And what the Raptors just stacked up to start this half is not good enough. 2 very, very poor turnovers. Cavs capitalizing. Need to be better. Need to be better. Cavs fans rating, I think a little bit. But there are a bunch of Raptors fans who enjoy Raptors' demise as well. It is what it is. Raptors got to make it a series when they go home if it doesn't change right now. I don't know. Pistons lost game 1. Cavs got a decent road because I'd rather go through the Pistons than New York or Boston. You could make a case. I think the Celtics, you could make a case as the Cavs, though. It's definitely not the Pistons. I don't think it's the Knicks. But also, the Cavs gotta get this series done with first. So I'll worry about this series for now. All right, out of the timeout, what do we got? I wasn't streaming during the, I wasn't doing content even during the 2019 championship run. I do wonder what sort of firestorm this fan base would have been under, this chat would have been under, after game 1 against Orlando and game 2 against Milwaukee. I imagine it wouldn't have been good. Ingram, first points coming out of timeout, knocking down the mid-range. Because Kyle Lowry had 0 points in game 1, and Orlando beat us on the DJ Augustine 3. I mean, people have been calling for Kyle Lowry to get booted out of the city after that game, I'm sure. People have been calling Fred to be publicly executed, I think, after game 2 against Milwaukee. But the rest, as they say, is history. Barrett hunts down the miss by the Cavs. Here come the Raptors again. Ingram in the corner for 3. In the corner for 2, but B.I. back-to-back jumpers. Gotta watch your feet there. But he's got 4. Mitchell in the corner to Mobley. Raptors content to allow it. And he makes it. I mean, you got to give up something. And if he's going to make it, he's going to make it, I suppose. You're going to allow that. Barrett other side. Puts in the floater. (64-55). Mitchell. Guarded by Barrett. Uh-oh. Spinning and putting it in for 2. We got to stop. We got to stop allowing Barrett to guard these guys, man. He can't. He can't. I'm not blaming him. I just know he's not a good defender. He can't do it. B.I. mid-range again. That was a bad shot, even by his standards. That was a brutal look. Mitchell to Harden. Now Mobley to Allen. Blocked by Barnes. Mobley gets the miss. He's blocked by CMB. And then Mitchell gets the miss. Misses the 3. And then Wade gets the miss. Just let them score. Get out of the way. Let them score. No, you do all this work. What's Harden going to do now? Splits. Easy 2. Good grief. Need to complete the stop there, man. Shed napping. Could have had that one. Fuck, dude. Listen, the Cavs may have the better pass team. Let's not big up Cleveland as a city. I mean, I've been there. I'll respect your basketball franchise. What I won't do is respect the city of Cleveland, because unfortunately, I don't think people in Cleveland like Cleveland. But anyways, 68-55. Raptors were quite fortunate to be within 6 at the end of the first half. And they've started the second half pretty poorly. Not quite as bad as they were in game 1, but in somewhat similar fashion with, kind of unforced turnovers. I kind of feel maybe a bit of frustration brewing on the offense, forcing players into poor shots, not completing possessions defensively. And here we go, 68-55. Hey, I mean, yeah, you're just not going to win the game if you can't keep up with them. Big point of the series is to get to the fourth quarters and sneak out some wins from there. But we got to get to that point to happen. Even if we did, James Harden is surgical in situations like that typically, unless you get him deep in the series. But you got to get him deep in the series, I mean, I don't think anyone in the chat's being. I mean, you're allowed to be a non-Raptors fan in the chat. It's not like just like egregious, taunting with no substance. I mean, I don't think Raptors fans really reacting to it well, to be honest. Yeah, the chat's getting baited here. It's kind of working. You guys need to chill. Raps fans aren't soft. I don't know. Cavs. I don't think the Cavs will be second round exits personally. I think they're going to go to the conference finals. I think they've got a shot there. Cavs are good. I mean, who are we fooling here? Cavs are good. Let's not pretend. The Cavs are good, man. They're a good team. They're assembled well. And they are imposing that in this series so far. Nice. Getting back into the game. 7:37 to go in the third. Raptors have not responded well in the second half thus far. Gonna win by 30, game 3. I mean, you lose this, that's a must win. So you don't want a must win already in game 3. We've already done that recently. Let's respond here. Barnes for 3. Does Scotty really need to settle for every available jump shot? You know, good know you. Does Barnes really need to settle for every 3 available? At some point, can we maybe try to expose a mismatch a little bit? I was hoping for 6 out of the Raptors too, which we could still get. But I also would like to just win the series, and to win the series, you're probably gonna have to steal one in the first 2. You know, you can get by, win your 2 home games, but it's gonna be incredibly difficult to do that. Raptors gonna be underdogs in every game of this series. It's got to come from somewhere. Kick out to Dean Wade for 3, and he makes it. Cavs up by 16. They've extended their lead by 10 so far in 5 minutes of the third. CMB under the rim somehow gets the roll and puts it in for Toronto. Man, literally same story to start the third as 2 days ago here. 6:41 to go in the third. 17-9 run, man. Merrill to Strus. I mean, look at the way they just... Allen over top of CMB, and there's the danger. He can just go over top of him. How is it they're constantly exposing mismatches? We can never get Merrill isolated, and when we do, he looks outstanding on defense. Barnes trying to dunk it over Allen. It's just not even close. Is it it feels almost, how do I word this? Like Barnes trying to be aggressive here. He's hesitating there. It almost looks like performative at times. It's just I don't know. Does that make sense? That's kind of the best word I have to describe it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm also struggling to word it beyond that, where he's kind of just doing it for the sake of it. It's not the will to make sure he scores. I don't know. Is it? It's not there. Am I seeing things? He's doing too much the wrong time. I think that's a better way to describe it, Dash. He's doing too much the wrong times. Did we have to go for a cockback dunk over top of Jared Allen there, or could we have been, aggressive on the turn and just gone to the rim? Laid it in with the left. Maybe that's the way. It's very it's not adapting to the situation at play. He's just deciding, irrelevant to his matchups in this situation, I feel like shooting this time. I feel like going to the rim this time. You know what I mean? Maybe that's more the best way to kind of assess it. Walter for 3, off the mark. Rebound, batted out by Mobley. It's a Raptors ball. They're down by 16. It's just tough to even get excited at this point now. Like, again, just that small window, the start of the third, has cooked this game. This is the second game in a row now. It's game 2. Second time it's happened already. RJ, drive. Pass off to Mamu. Nice pump fake and finish. Excellent by Mamu Kelishvili. What's going on in the other game right now? 3 ball for Merrill off the mark. Knicks right now 30-23 on top of Atlanta. RJ stepping through, laying it in. Better there, 12-point game. Harden flips it off to Wade. Now Mobley, Ingram defending. Hands up. Mobley over top, getting the and one. Actually, Joshua Monroe, who says Trayce Jackson-Davis was the guy that got them under the tax. That's not true. The Raptors were under the tax before the Trayce Jackson-Davis trade. Had they not made the Trayce Jackson-Davis trade, they were still under the tax. The trade that got them under the tax was sending Abaji to the Nets. The Trayce Jackson-Davis trade was generally a move that had no benefit to the salary situation on the team. It was seemingly purely out of the desire to have the player for your roster. And then he proceeded to get a double-double in his first game, as Walter gets the N1 there. Trayce Jackson-Davis, his first game, got a double-double. In his second game, played like 5 minutes, to be fair. Didn't play well in those 5 minutes. And that was it. Never got meaningful minutes again. Walter makes his free throw. It's a 12-point game. Raptors in a big hole. Question marks if they're able to rise out of it. Jacoby, I mean, the benches look good. Mamu's played well. Sheda's played well. Mamu's played well. Walter's played well. CMB has been excellent. Like the bench minutes, the bench guys have played quite well. CMB looks right at home in the playoffs. Mamu's playing well today. Walter looks as normal, nice and comfy out there. Can he make this as well? Right on cue, he cannot. Okay, that's okay. How does Scott have 1 rebound? Because he's on the perimeter. He's defending on the perimeter. We're using him as a defender on Harden and Mitchell a lot. We've got other guys down low that are having to box out. Could he have more than one? Sure. But he's very perimeter-centric in these 2 games, which defensively kind of has to be fair. Whereas in the regular season, you'd have games like this. We'd have a lot of games where he's defending down low. He's the help defense down there. He's not being utilized in that way in this series out of necessity. Ingram missed there. He gets his second opportunity, misses again. Long pass to Strus. Ingram's got to run back there. Misses. Other way now for the Raptors. Barnes. Fouled by Mobley. None of this even if we win this series. But if we win this series, I'll be so fucking gassed that this team won a series. You think I worry about the next one? Let's fucking win this series. Don't be like, why are we trying to be upset about a series we may not even get to? It'd be great to win a playoff series. Let's not turn that into a negative. We're far from winning this series right now, though. I assure you that. God, I wish I could get excited about potentially winning a series, but to think about them losing the next one. Fuck, is it even worth winning this one? Come on, man. So Barnes defending Mitchell a lot. It's very perimeter-centric. This is where the rebounding stat is being affected. You wonder, I mean, Mitchell's torching anyways. Do you use Barnes differently? I mean, that's just... What a fucking shot, man. What a fucking shot there. You got to wonder, like, you're clearly not getting the impactful Scotty Barnes as Ingram turns it over again. That's awful. Again. B.I., brutal night for him. Schroeder down to Mobley. Barnes fouling him. They are frustrated. They are frustrated. You got to wonder, is it... this is not working. This hasn't worked for 2 games. They are not doing anywhere near good enough defending Mitchell. They are not doing a good enough job on Harden, really. Do you just swap and get Barnes down low? Do you have him in the better position for him, which is help defenses of 4, which is rebounding? Like, is that just where he's going to be more impactful? Can you survive him not being on Harden or Mitchell? Like, can you put anybody else there? I mean, they're already fucking putting RJ Barrett on James Harden. That's not fucking changing when Barnes is out there anyways. Do you get Walter in from the start? Do you just have him defend Mitchell? Does Barnes play down low? That gives you the help. That gives you more of an ability to guard the dunker spot for Evan Mobley. B.I., I mean, he not a good defender, so when he's having a night like this on offense, good grief. Is he not is he doing nothing for you? So the Mitchell basket comes off the board. The shot clock had expired. But Raptors still down 13. Barnes, better there. Getting close to the restricted area, finishing over Mobley. He's got 13. At least the points are coming his way. So I mean, when he's guarding Mitchell as well, at least, like, if he's defending, like, Harden, he's in the mix. You can switch pick and rolls. He'll be on Mobley and Allen a ton. When you have him, as Walter nails the corner 3, we're within single digits again. 8-point game. When you have Barnes defending Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, exceptional player, is very valuable on or off the ball. When you have him in the wing, like that previous possession, which, you know, didn't result in, but just an example, that previous possession when he's in the wing, you're taking Scotty Barnes out of the game there because he's got to worry. You can't give Mitchell any space whatsoever, so you've got to be right up on him. That just takes away any ability for Scotty Barnes to play help defense for you, that's where his defense is at is strongest. That's what's going to put him in an all-defense team. That's what probably gave him some votes for Defensive Player of the Year. Not first-place votes, but I'd be surprised if he didn't have some third-place votes, fourth-place votes, maybe even a second-place vote. Anyways, I get the need. Like, you're just deprived of perimeter defenders, guys who can defend the point of attack, so you're trying to put Barnes in those areas. But also, like, I feel like it's a bit of a waste having him on Mitchell when it's nullifying another very important aspect of his game and what helped turn this into the 5th best defense in the NBA this season. I think you're forced into a couple changes in your starting 5 next game. I think CMB has to start, and he started the second half here. And I think you've got to start Jacoby Walter if Emmanuel Quickley is out. We'll see what adjustments are going to be made there, though. What's Pirtle doing? He's chilling. I mean, it's tough to play him, man. Darko has figured out no second half minutes so far for Pirtle. Raptors are within 8, though, as a foul's called. Starts kickball. So side of bounds for Cleveland. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. I don't know if Pirtle's just unplayable to Darko here. But man, that big contract is looming that's looming like a fucking Imperial Star Destroyer over my miniature Rebel fleet right now, just ominously taking over every bit of sunlight, casting over all my ships. That is not looking good. Barrett underneath. The Raptors are within 6. And a good run. I don't think it's a coincidence. It's occurring when Ingram and Pirtle are on the bench either. Schroeder. Pass out to Mobley. Good defense by the Raptors. Mobley loses it. So Raptors ball. Oh, that's Raptors ball. I mean, 0.5 in the shot clock. It's not worth the challenge. But get the stop. Get the stop. Mitchell at the buzzer, off the mark, and here we go again. We're within 6, everybody. Back to where we started. Great defense in that possession. That's a foul. Elbow Schroeder in the face inadvertently, but it's a foul. Buddy, Mama, that's a fucking foul, dude. I mean, what are you arguing? 6-point game. Can they finish the third strong? They already finished strong, to be fair. Mitchell, no look pass to Mobley. Buddy, how is he so open? Who the fuck is guarding this guy? How is he so open? 8-point game. Barnes to the rim again. Again, more positivity from Barnes on offense. He's picking up Mitchell full court. Schroeder driving at Mamu. And it's an and one. Damn. Did he get him in the face? I mean, he got him. Yeah, he got him. That's no flagrant, but it's foul. They're going to review it for a flagrant. I would disagree with this being a flagrant. Don't think it will be. I mean, those... All right. Pre-series, pre-game, I was on board with Barnes at the perimeter. I just think we're not getting the most out of him there. I'd rather try and survive with someone else and get Barnes in his most impactful spot. It has been and continues to be as the 4, as the help defender. Let him guard Mobley. I think that's got to be something they strongly consider adjusting to, and I think they should adjust to. For the rest of this game, I don't think they'll make that switch in game, but for the next game, for sure. Watch the switch and never actually play it so indecisively. Ends up with 2 to the ball repeatedly. Out of pick and rolls, they're trying to blitz a lot. They're trying to take away the drive. They're trying to take away the threes. I kind of see what you're saying, where it's not super intentional with what they're doing. That could be ironed out. I agree. So Schroeder's the line for the Cavs. It's a 9-point game. Raptors trailed by 16 at one point. So trimmed it down a bit, but they're down by 6 at half. 9-point game. Shed, Walter, Barnes, Barrett, Mamu in the game. Barnes down low. Buddy. Stays with it. That's a lazy layup, but he gets his miss and puts it in. And Barnes is up. Barnes got to be up to like 17 now. 84-77. Shot clock is off. Mitchell with Mamu defending. And they're doubling hard here. 3 on the game clock. Good double. Merrill. And the Raptors force up. No, not a violation, but they Cavs run out of time. Better defense there. Good timing on the blitz on the double there by Barnes. takes away any sort of threat from Mitchell. Has to bail out. Good closeout, and they can't get a shot off. Better possession there. That was good. Okay, you know what? Game was done. Not pretty much. Game was done at this point 2 days ago. Raptors have fought back a bit. Fourth quarter, I mean, I was about to say the exact same thing that Phoenix put in chat. Does Darko have the balls to keep Brandon Ingram benched? I think go like 3 minutes here. Listen. I think you gotta respect who Brandon Ingram is, and you gotta give him one more opportunity here. You gotta get him in 9-minute mark. If Ingram decides that he's gonna be Brandon Ingram, you roll with it. See if he responds. If it stays the way it's been, you grow a pair and say, we're trying to win this basketball game. We gave you your shot. You can't bench him full fourth quarter. For Poeltl, why is he unplayable? Too slow defensively. He's being ignored a ton on offense. There's just not enough upside for the amount he's getting exposed on defense. He's not impacting your offense enough. The rebounding sure is nice, but there's players who are doing that anyways while offering more to your team. Poeltl's just out of place here, man. And yeah, that contract is looking worse and worse and worse for Poeltl. The whistle was fair to be winning. I haven't felt at all like any bad calls have gone against us. I can't think of one really that was like egregiously against us. There was like a Harden push off, which I think would have been kind of a soft call anyways. I don't know. I don't see any calls that have just gone against us here, really. The Harden push off was soft. Barnes flopped. Didn't get the call. I don't know. I don't think. And sure, okay. One single foul goes the other way. We're still down. Like, I don't know, man. That's the one thing we're going to remember. The whistles seemed quite fair in this game. I think Mama should start game 3. I do not. No. CMB should start. CMB should start the rest of the way here. You can make a case CMB. So you could say right now that so long as Calmary Bowles plays for the Raptors, he should never not start a game for them again. You could absolutely make a claim there. Shit could change in the offseason, but definitely this series, how does IQ fit into this? Offensively, the spacing is very obvious. I think some dribble penetration there will make a big difference for the Raptors team. He's not an elite passer, but he can set things up. Defensively, I don't know. I don't know where he fits in there. That's where I'm kind of struggling here, because can you stick him on a Mitchell or Harden? Probably not, but you kind of have to. He's probably got to guard Mitchell. Can he maybe hide him on Dean Wade a little bit? Maybe. Definitely if Merrill's in, you could put him there. Barnes hauls in a miss. We're in the fourth quarter now. And just, guys, the mistakes, the unforced turnovers. You're in a fucking playoff game, all this momentum. You cannot give them the ball back like that. 17 turnovers already. God, like, you're fighting against yourself here as well, dude. Merrill in the corner, Schroeder for 3. Rebound right to Tyson. No body on him, to be fair. Falls in his lap, but body right on him. Oh my God, another fucking deflected pass. Find your teammates! You're here, and you've got a shot here. You're down by 7. You put together a run. You could win this game. You get a good push here. You're fighting for this game. You're snatching an away win. RJ, clear out for him. Schroeder deflects it back out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock. Raptors nothing yet from this possession. Can they find a good look here in the last 8 seconds? Walter, CMB, Shed, Barrett, Barnes in. CMB, free throw line. Just shoot it. Up with the left. Good look. Can't make it. Gotta have those. 10-footers. Gotta have those. Mitchell, still defended by Barnes. Nice pass to Merrill for 3. Jesus Christ. What a pass. Merrill hits the open look. But, you know, who's not guarding that? Like, is Shed late on that one a little bit? Tyson called for the foul. And I like, hey, Barrett coming in. I like that. I like that. Look, Barrett's trying to fire the team up. He's not letting Tyson fucking stand on top of him. This is what we've wanted, no? It was like a national emergency when DeJounte Murray was doing that. So I like that. A little bit of fire. You can't do that shit. Tyson clapping over him. Barrett's not allowing that. Get the fuck out of here. That's what we need. No shove, no foul. Just helping this guy up, getting the guy out of the way. That's what you want. Barnes to the rim and 1. Chance to go within 7 here. Why is Ingram not out there? Boss, I don't know if you've watched the game so far. Ingram has been atrocious today. Barnes has been quietly pretty excellent in the second half on offense. He's getting to the rim. It's a lot more intentional now. He's being super aggressive. He's getting good looks. He's being efficient. Just knocks down the free throw. He's up to 19 points. Barnes is turning it on here, man. Mitchell, defended by Barnes again, over top of him. Doesn't go. CMB for the rebound. Cleveland got to be sweating a little bit here. Foul by Mitchell on the other end. At this point, Pirtle can't play. Like, Pirtle's done. Pirtle night's done. You're trying to win the game. Pirtle's night's done, I think, at this point. Need that Arteta fire. Get Arteta fucking Eddie out of my chat right now. We don't need that. Shed off the screen. Slings it out to Barnes. He's feeling it for 3. Doesn't go. Murray Boyle's decent. Can't quite haul in the offensive rebound. 87-80. Harden in the wing to Tyson. Come on, guys. Where's RJ Barrett on that play? He's hiding under the rim. He gets caught at the screen. But, man, Tyson's so open there. You got to fight through that, RJ. You're too big for that. You can't be getting bullied so easily. CMB to the rim. Bully ball over Jared Allen. Big finish. Hey, they're locked in now. RJ's been his offense has been sound. His demeanor's been great. Just the defensive ability is being exposed here. Mitchell to Tyson. Shed, don't jump. Corner for Ellis. Shed recovers, blocks the 3. RJ secures the miss. Shed with pace. We can't afford these turnovers. Sub. Let someone else run this. The moment is the moment. I hate to word it like that, but we got to be more sound in position. Okay, 9-minute mark. Ingram coming to the scores table. This is it. What do you got for us? If you got nothing, we'll roll without you for the rest of the game. Ellis in the corner. Tyson. Barnes with him. The fuck Tyson got? Ellis long 3. No good. CMB, more good work on the glass. What a player, dude. Shed to Barrett. No, you're in a hole here. You're in a hole. Yeah. RJ, why are you going there? You see the double coming and you get sucked in on the sideline. You got nowhere to go. How do you not see that coming? It's exactly where they want you. Recognize that. Mitchell down low to Allen. He's fouled. Execution. These things on offense. And that's exactly where they want you to go. They're giving you that. They'll throw you onto it. How the fuck can you get past that? Another turnover. How many turnovers tonight? Killing us. 19? 19 turnovers to 12? We're rebounding well, you know? Possession battle. We got 10 offensive rebounds. They have 8 now, but you can't give the ball back on these turnovers. You're handing them the game like that. You cannot win this series losing. You're gonna struggle to win a game losing the turnover battle. You want to win a game, you have to win the turnover battle. You are not going to be more efficient than the Cavs. So that is a humongous area that needs to be improved. All right, Ingram's in the game. What has he got for us? He's ate up this Tyson matchup. Let's let him go to work here. Ingram. Back out to Shed. He wants it back. There we go. Some room. And then he pass. What is that? Oh, God. Oh, we got it. We stole it back. Ingram again. Up off the glass. No good. RJ on the rebound. Puts it in. Why is Ingram passing out of that? You beat your man. That's your shot. You're open in mid-range. That's your shot. Take that shot, man. What are we paying you for? I don't care. You're at this point, I don't care. You're 2 of 12. You're 2 of 11 before that. I don't care. You're 2 of 11. You are there to make that shot. You get your shot. You take it. That's what you sub in for. If it's not there tonight, we take you out. We go without you tonight. We bounce back next game. But you beat Tyson off the dribble like that. You fucking take that open mid-range shot. That's the shot we are looking for. RJ coming out. A little bit of rest. He's been great, but you can't play him, I guess, the entire game. 2-minute rest, get him back in. We need him back in. Ingram, Barnes, Mamu, Shed, Walter. You're playing a 7-man rotation. It's tough for minutes right now. Tyson with the right. No good. Ingram fights off Mobley at the glass. 8-point game. Raptors haven't really chipped in much further than this. They had it down to 7, but that's about it. Shed in the corner. Mamu. Up fake drive. Laying it in. Harden doesn't want that smoke at the rim. 6-point game. Good breaks here. Okay, good breaks here. Raptors running a 7-man rotation here in the second half. Pretty remarkable. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 7 because no Pirtle. Pirtle on 9 minutes. Lawson on 5. And they are loading up on the rest of the guys. Okay, I mean, we're not out of it. I would call these clutch moments. I mean, the official definition of clutch is last 5 minutes within 5. With the scoring environment in the NBA, I feel like that should be extended. But these are clutch moments right now. Ingram's plus minus. It can't be very good. That's minus 11. Barnes is minus. Barnes have been excellent second half. Hey man, you question the consistency of it. But you know what? We called for aggression. We called for bigger impact scoring. He's giving it. He's giving it second half. He's being way better here. He is taking it upon himself to try and get the Raptors going here, along with other guys, but he's making a large impact there. Scotty's played well here. He's also completely out of his, not completely, but he's also out of his element defensively and still doing a pretty good job there. He is holding it down. We asked for better. We're getting better here. I think we applaud that. BI, 5 turnovers. Again, a couple more minutes here. You may have to make the call and say, maybe not as nice. I mean, you know what? Last 2 minutes, I need a big shot. I'll put him in. Who's going to get me that shot? Who's going to get me that bucket? I'll put my faith in BI even on a bad night. Yeah, problem is possession battle. 20 turnovers for the Raptors. They're down in the possession battle. The way I look at it, offensive rebounds plus minus and turnovers plus minus. We're down by 4 in the possession battle here. That was big. That was huge for the Raptors to win the series. We've taken 4 less shots than them. They've made 3 more. Free throws been better for us. We're way better from the line, which is helping. But turnovers are going to cost us this game at the moment. And B.I. responsible for a lot of it with 5 himself. Not just B.I. He's only 25% of our turnovers. Barnes is for himself. But at least Barnes is scoring here. I'm not answering center targets for the Raptors in the clutch of a playoff game. I'm sorry. We'll have to save that conversation for another time. Good grief. Murray Bowles is good. Okay, let's see. Big break here. I mean, what? RJ played for fucking Thibodeau. This guy can't play 40 minutes. Get him in the game here. There's 7 minutes left. He played 30. Get him in the game here. We're trying to win this series. You got to win this game, right? Get your guys in that you're going to win this game with. Mostly just wish you had reliable 3-point shooting. You know what? Mamu and Joey Walter's 3 of 7 tonight. Mamu's been good lately. Maybe it's more reliable in these moments than we can make it out to be. It's been good as of late. RJ has 5 fouls. Okay, good to know. That is okay. That's why he's not playing. My bad. Strus for 3. Fuck. Out of the timeout. Sorry. Didn't realize RJ was on 5. So yeah, you need him to finish. So you can't play him right now. Fair enough. Down to 9 points. Raptors still trying to truly get back into it completely here. Shed. Trying to get it to Ingram. Foul called. Shed needs to hit his 3. Shed needs to not take a fucking 3 for the rest of the game. I don't think he should close. Unless Ingram is incapable of closing today. Here is B.I. Turnaround over Wade. Again off the mark. 2 of 13. That's what he's got to make, man. That's makeable for him. Harden driving at Barnes. Layup is good. And just like that, the lead is double digits again. Barnes over Mobley. No good. Wow, big rebound, Mamu. Ingram for 3. Okay. It's not his night. That's it. Get him out. We cannot close with him. Have some balls. Say it ain't Ingram's day, and sub him out. Cannot close with him today. You brought him back in. You gave him his shot. No. It's done. Harden sidestep 3 as the shot clock expiring. Good defense. Shed. Forward for Walter. Easy 2. Walter with the defense. Then runs up the floor. Excellent pass from Shed. Raptors score. I personally don't think Darko has the balls to do what he needs to do here. $97-80 Harden chucks one. A foul called. Is it just a rip through? Is it just a rip through 3? Let me see the replay here. Well, that was the miss. Would have been nice to see the foul, but okay. Not going to see it on the broadcast. Cool. TSN. Anybody get a view of that? Anybody get a replay of that on their broadcast of that foul? Was it a foul? Be honest. Harden misses the first. If your hand's like reaching down and he rips through for 3, it's a foul. Like, it is. It's a shame that he's really good at drawing those fouls, but it's a foul. Makes the second, misses the first. Looks like they're just going to roll with BI. I mean, yeah. BI rightfully, I think, called out the lack of touches in game 1, but has not backed up the words. Barrett's back in. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to win. So you got to try something. Down 11. Raptors, rough start to the third. May have put them in too deep a hole. Barnes to the rim again. Yo, Mobley cannot fucking guard this guy. Mobley absolutely cannot guard this guy. And he has never been able to guard him. They've been in the league for 5 years. Evan Mobley has never been able to guard Scotty Barnes. Like, this is your defensive player of the year. He has never been able to guard Scotty Barnes. And he fucking missed the free throw. Put Mobley on him, he'd make the free throw. So we're closing. Looks like Barnes, Barrett, Mamu. Actually, CMB will close. We're not going to close here. But right now, as Mitchell, good defense by RJ. Barnes, RJ, Walter, Ingram, and Mamu. Mitchell, step back 3. He's looking for it, RJ. He's done it to you all night. Why is RJ guarding him? Mamu. Turnover. Man, these turnovers, they have just killed us tonight. They have just killed us tonight. Why is Walter standing in the corner defending fucking Struce? Timeout. You got to call it timeout. 2 timeouts left. You got to use one here. 20. How many fucking turnovers do we have? 21. There it is, man. You lost the game because you couldn't fucking keep the ball. I mean, this was such... Walter's in the corner doing nothing. RJ can stand there and guard Struce. I'd rather Walter guard Mitchell. Am I wrong? Is Walter not the better defensive matchup than RJ Barrett on Donovan Mitchell? It feels a bit wasteful to have him in the corner there. Like, RJ's the bad defender. Get him hiding in the corner. No? Think about this. Think about this. Think about telling someone that your defensive matchup for Donovan Mitchell in the clutch of an NBA playoff game is fucking RJ Barrett. Just imagine somebody telling you that. That is what we are watching here. The Cavs are good, but you do not need to make their lives easier. 21 turnovers and giving Mitchell that matchup is making it easier for them. Ingram also just can't be in the game right now. But 353, I mean, that's it. No? You're down by 14 now. That was it. You had your shot, but when you needed a big shot from Ingram, it did not come. And they capitalized other end. I mean, at least this game, like game 1, you know, I was just kind of praying, like not praying, but just like I think they'll win a game in this year, but I don't know where it'll come. At least this game puts hope. Like the Raptors can win a game in this. Raptors can win game 3. Game 1 was like, holy shit. How the fuck are they going to win game 3? Game 3 is a big one, right? This gives hope you can do that. For the love of God, start Colin Murray Boyles. Excuse me. For the love of God, start Colin Murray Boyles. I'd start Walter because you need that defensive matchup if Quickly's still hurt. I'd start Walter over Shed because you can't give away those minutes there. And Ingram, look, it's not like Ingram's going to go home and think he played well, right? Ingram knows he had a shit game. You got to, I mean, Barrett's play, I can't just, Barrett's offense is big. You got to start Barrett. I'm not going to not start Barrett. That is not a decision I'm going to make. Should he be guarding Donovan Mitchell? I don't think so, no. They're showing the fucking duos here as if Scotty Barnes hasn't played really well. Barnes is 9 of 16 with 22 points. Don't lump him in with BI's 2 of 14, man. I think Ike will be back for game 3. I started him, Barrett, Barnes, Ingram, and CMB. Darko's got to make the call on Pirtle. Damn. Played well, and then fucking they're still up by 14 in the fourth. Offensive foul out of the timeout. Can't waste a timeout by challenging. $104.90. Any bucket, I think, kills the game here. Harden to Mitchell. He hits the deck. Can we complete the steal? Wow, great timeout. Great timeout, Kenny Atkinson. Darko unhappy about that. I think he wanted to jump before the timeout got called. As bad as Ingram was, the thing that cost you tonight is 22 turnovers. You cannot be -9 in turnovers against a team that is better than you. Let's see a replay of this. They got a replay of this. Goes to Mitchell. He loses it. That was a pretty tough window. I mean, I don't have an angle that shows Atkinson or anything. That's a pretty tough window to have called a timeout. Yeah, you know what? First time tonight, that's a really bad call. That was really bad. But 1.2 on the shot clock. Good chance to finish off the possession. Mobley has done nothing all game. Well, He is 10 of 12 with 23 points. That's far from nothing. It's quite good. He's doing his job. He's in the dunker spot. He's finishing. He made a 3. He's rebounding. He's being disruptive. He can't guard Barnes, but not enough help to make that matter. Mitchell at the buzzer, off the mark, got his miss. God, and then lays it in. Pack it up, man. Got to do it in game 3. Barrett lays it in. Barrett has been tough tonight, man. His defense, he can't guard Harden or Mitchell. Surprise, surprise. But he's been tough tonight. He's been tough. He's fought hard. He's played good offense mostly. He's had some bad possessions, but the demeanor has been good. This one will sting. You got fucking dumped in game 1. This one feels like it should have been. This one felt like an opportunity. And they're going to lose by a lot, and it's not going to seem that way. This felt like an opportunity. Turnovers killed you. BI's offense kind of killed you. I don't think we're strategizing our matchups defensively well enough. And good team punishes you. Wade to Mobley, lays it in at the shot clock buzzer. 2 minutes to go for it. Yeah, this is done. I don't leave this game. I leave this game pretty. I don't know if defeated is the right word. Like, I don't consider the series defeated. I leave the game pretty deflated, I'd say. I don't leave this game completely devoid of hope. But you're going to be home underdogs on Thursday. If Quickly's back, You're probably 2 or 3 point underdogs. If he's not back, you're probably 3, maybe 4 point underdogs. I mean, you lost this game big. Maybe even 4 or 5 if Ingram if Quickly doesn't play. I think Quickly will play 3 or 4 point underdogs, and it's a do or die pretty much. You got to win the game. I mean, it is do or die. If you lose that game, you're not winning the series. If you lose that game, it becomes don't get swept pretty much. Harden on it for the Cavs. Barrett defending him. Again. Funny. Wade, corner 3. Doesn't go. Raptors trying to fight to the end here. But it looks like this one's written. Barnes, Mitchell on him. Kick in the corner, Ingram for 3. Finally a make. B.I.'s got his 3rd make of the night. It's a foul. Thank you. Foul and Chet. Oh, what? Now you have to challenge that. I mean, you may as well. You may as well. No. You definitely lost the game if you lose this if they go the other way. You've got a shot here. It looks like it wasn't worth the challenge. 108.99. Mitchell. Loses the handle, gets it back, still scores. Whew. Another 30-point game from Mitchell. CMB, open the lane, dunk. And I think the Raptors will play this one out. They're down 9. Cleveland will dribble it out when they get the chance to do so. So we need a steal pretty much. Shed fouls him. I mean, going for the steal. Kind of have to. And they're in the bonus. When you're playing against a team of this level, you've got to play really well. And the Raptors played well, but not really well. Too many mistakes, too many turnovers, too many wasted possessions on ill-advised shots. Once Barnes stopped fucking settling for every jump shot that came his way, he was much better. But, it takes you too long to figure that out. Not enough recognition there. 2 nights now. 3 nights. You got 2 days off. I see it. You see it. We see the changes that need to be made. CMB has to start. I seriously question if you can have Barrett guarding Harden or Mitchell. Barnes needs to keep this level of aggression. Can't settle for shots. Stop shooting jump shots. Don't shoot your jump shots. Hey, open threes, take them. Open catch and shoot threes, take them. Pull up threes? Illegal. Hopefully Quick is ready. And we'll see Thursday, man. I certainly hope Thursday is not my last watch along of this season because I'm away for Game 4. Timeout called here by Cleveland. 27.6 seconds, down by 9. If Ingram plays regular game, would have won. I mean, could have. Turnovers were a lot of the turnovers were by Ingram, but yeah, Ingram was a very large negative on your team tonight. Sadly, Raptors fighting to the bitter end here. Shed fouling to get the Raptors the ball back. Praying for a couple misses here. First free throw, good by Schroeder. Second free throw's good. I mean, the Raptors will go again, but like, please let's just dribble this out after. Barnes misses the layup, goes away the Cavs. Let's be respectful here. They're dribbling it out. Foul called. I mean, come on, guys. All right, I'm packing it up. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Not the result we wanted. Like I said a few minutes ago, I certainly leave this game deflated, but in the end, you can't turn the ball over 22 times. And they did. 22 turnovers to 14. Way too many turnovers. Possession battle was massive for this series, and Raptors got burned there. Other than that, honestly, it wasn't that bad. BI was awful, but that didn't help. But turnovers, you got to be better. CMB has to start the next game. We gotta let the home crowd fuel us, so hopefully whoever's there is loud, fuels this team, spurs this team on. I leave this game deflated, but I also leave with some hope that they get Game 3 and make it a series, and we get this series back to Cleveland in Game 5. I think this series is coming back. I don't think the Raptors go down in 4 in this series, especially if we get Emmanuel quickly back. So let's get Game 3 and make it a series. That's what we got to do. Must win game, as you know, for Game 3. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll have a video coming out either tomorrow or Wednesday about the first 2 games. Thursday, I'm back live for Game 3. Hope to see you there. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the content. Take care, everybody.